Stuck in ambition and I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I'ma jump right up in it. Yeah, Geronimo, yeah, Geronimo. Boy, like my God's in control, and I don't gotta fold my forehead in triplets. Let's just walk by faith and watch the promise come forth, because he meant it. I'm losing count of mistakes, I'm losing track of the wrongs. To come up is crazy, letting it go is a grace. I put my heart in a song and play it like David. Doesn't matter what I see no more.
That's right. Good morning, tribe. Welcome to another day in Vlogtober. My name is Mary. If you are new here, if you are returning, welcome back to my channel. So I am just cleaning up a little bit. I just woke up. It's about 9:30. And after I get done cleaning, I am going to take the kids to the swimming pool because my 10-year-old is on fall break and that's what he wants to do today. So it is raining, but he wants to go to the pool. So we're gonna go to the pool. All right, I will see you in a little bit. So I learned the hard way that my hair does not like to be in braids. It does not like to be in any kind of braids. So I took my braids out that I normally wear, my little straight backs, and just made some like little individual twists. And now my scalp is a lot happier. I am what they call a 4C with fine hair, meaning that my hair is naturally fine, but the texture is 4C. And I can't do tension at all. So you know how you see people who get their hair braided and then all their edges fall out? Well, that's my whole head. Like my whole head is their edges. My whole head is their edges. I be picking and choosing my battles, y'all. I don't know why in a house full of men the garbage is not taken out. But I be thinking to myself, like, do I want to confront the obvious, or do I want to, maintain my peace? You feel me? Do I want to confront the obvious, or do I want to maintain my peace? Because if I want to confront the obvious, I'd be like, why ain't the trash out? And then get the hollering, throw a little jabs. You know, I'm just kidding. I don't hate my kids like that. But, or I'll just take trash out myself. What would Jesus do? Hello, what's wrong?
What's sitting in the tablet?
Didn't give you the tablet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just woke up. Why do you need the tablet?
Because
what?
Because I just wake up.
Do you guys remember this guy? Hello, Hand. Hello, Hand.
Hello, Hand.
You guys remember how little we used to be? We big now.
Mama, can you tell Mom to give me that with the dog?
I will see y'all later for real. Y'all, I'm old school. I like a good hand-washed dish over dishwasher dish any day. But this is a lot of dang on dishes. So, I don't know. I need to call the swimming pool and see what time they open today. I just sanitized my dishwasher. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and hand wash the dishes. Turn on my music and vibe out.
Did you not want me to hit you?
Turn your flashlight off.
Okay, this flashlight?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn it off. Because I can't see flash
Do you want me to turn it? Okay, there you go.
and film it. Mommy.
Okay, guys, so this is what I'm having today. Just a breakfast sandwich, a hash brown, and some oranges. And KJ's having that. So we are going to take some chicken drums, this honey mustard chopped salad kit, tomatoes, cucumbers, and we are going to make a delicious salad.
So your structure then will help the jury stay with you as you move from point to point. Also, be careful, especially if you are a defense lawyer, that you concede the human emotion that's in the case. To argue vociferously that your client did not do the crime without conceding that a crime had been committed by somebody or that there was a victim in this case is likely to be a mistake. And especially for a big corporation like BMI to not have any kind of recognition of the injury and the damage that can be done by a lost shipment is to not recognize a human emotion that may be in the case. Now, you don't need to go overboard. It's not a tragedy for a company like Minicom to lose parts like this because obviously it was their responsibility, according to BMI, to make sure that they're covered and insured. There's always risks of doing business. Businesses fail every day, and that human emotion doesn't need to be in a kind of a saccharine way, overstated and overdone. But what you do want to do is to say to yourself, would the members of the jury have a problem just simply on an emotional level, and to concede that emotional level with the following then statement, but it's not fair to blame that fact, the victim of the crime, on somebody who is innocent or somebody who did not cause it. So concede the human emotion and link it to a clear understanding of the fairness issues that are involved in the case. Then, let me suggest to you two different mnemonics that can help you in thinking about how you want to take each one of these individual issues and organize your presentation on that issue. As you'll see in the materials that are in the library, what you can do is you can organize it according to what I call CRAC, conclusion, rule, analysis, and conclusion. This is a structure, CRAC, which is the one that you hear most often from prosecutors. Members of the jury, the defendant is guilty. The law says that you're guilty of a crime when you do these terrible things. We showed that you did these terrible things, therefore he is guilty of the crime in charge. And we ask you for a verdict in our favor. The structure of it is conclusion, rule, analysis, and conclusion. But you can see with my finger pointing and my voice, it's very hard not to deliver that structure with also a little bit of authoritative tone to it. And the more that the jury may be resisting the authoritative nature of your presentation, the more that they're struggling with the elements of the crime or with the facts and the truth, it may be hard for them to hear through that authoritarian structure, especially because American jurors today are really anti-authoritarian. They're anti-intellectual. They would rather just appeal to common sense. And so I would suggest to you that you also be aware of another structure. A structure that starts more with a genuine issue that you have in the case, and then attempts to stack the facts, that support then the resolution of that issue.
Do you need to be wide?
So I think of interact as issue, fact, sometimes analogy, rule, sometimes analysis, like you've done before, where you're matching the facts with the rule of law. And then what you do is you end with a question, which is much more open-ended. So members of the jury, is it fair to say? As an example of that if-or-act structure, and think about how that might work out, where you're asking, is it fair really for Ginny Young to have picked up from that telephone conversation that insurance was needed in this case? And to be able to ask the jurors that directly and walk right up to it and not be afraid of it. And to be able to then say, well, members of the jury, is that fair? Is it fair for BMI and Chris K to have structured their business such that Ginny Young would be put in that position? Is another way of reframing the issue. And stacking the facts that show that she answers the phone and says, of a $500,000 amount of an order, which is obviously a huge order, is something that she's drawn attention to, and that prompted a telephone call from her to Chris K to tell them to ensure whether or not the customer's needs are met in that case. And he never directed her to check the file. And he never directed her to call Minicom and ask about the parts and let the jury reach the conclusion for themselves. Now, as you're thinking about your closing arguments, please remember that part of what you need to do is to anticipate the response that's going to come from the other side. If you're the defense closer, to anticipate that the plaintiff is still going to have some rebuttal, at least in many jurisdictions where the plaintiff gets the last word. And so what you want to do is to anticipate that rebuttal by anticipating what they're going to have to say and then going ahead and shooting it down. You can do the anticipation within each one of your 3 or 4 or 5 issues that you've laid out for the members of the jury, or you can save up your anticipation for the rebuttal for a kind of a...
Now give one to Wex. Now give one to Wex.
Okay.
Yes, he want those. But those ones are spicy.
Those are not spicy.
Yes, they are.
They're not.
Fine, Wex can have them. Wex, I got some chips for you.
It's the end of the weekend, but I still wanna turn up. Yeah, I still wanna turn up. All I want is to go.